Mm-hmm.
That's pretty bad. These cuffs are so tight. You can't push them back.
You
Huh? I need to season salt.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Margaret?
Hey, Miss Margaret.
How you doing, Sherry?
Hey, Sherry. Good evening, everybody. Sorry we're late. We were at a friend's watching the Chicago game. And we were rooting for Chicago. And that slowed us down a little bit. So welcome. You'll see me a little less prepared today because we just walked in the door. But welcome, everybody. Hey, Miss Margaret.
Hey.
Hope everyone's having had a good weekend, and at least in Atlanta, we had a beautiful day of sunshine that we were really thankful for. And hey, everybody.
And what are you making today? That's very important. I think they would like to know that. You take a second and get over here.
I am making a traditional French cream of mushroom soup with a tawny port wine. And then when that's finishing, I'm going to make a traditional Italian caprese salad with the tomatoes. I have some organic vine-ripened tomatoes with buffalo mozzarella. I'm going to make a balsamic reduction with some olive oil, and it's one of my favorite summer salads, but I like to eat it all year. And so I was going to start with the soup first. I have a blend here of oyster mushrooms. These are shiitakes, and I've just removed the stems. And I have a couple big portobellos mixed in here as well. And so I'm going to dice up a red onion, saute it in some butter. I'm going to saute all the mushrooms, then add some flour in to make the roux. Add some beef consomme and half and half and milk, some heavy cream, a good amount of this tawny port, which is one of my favorites, and some fresh thyme leaf, Italian parsley, chives. I have some nice organic thyme here that's really pretty. I'm going to show you an easy way to de-slice parsley and finish it off with some chives, and that's one of our favorite. But right now I'm just going to cut up this red onion. You can use shallots if you want as well. I just particularly like the color of the red onion. So, and here's a real easy way to dice it. You actually make thin slices this way against the core part. And then you actually go down like this at a pretty sharp, about a 45-degree angle. Then when you chop it, it actually is already just falling apart. Then you already have a perfect dice. And there's no need to really do anything much further except how comfortable you are getting close to the edge of the onion. And pretty much so that's already diced. Right there, and I think that's about all we'll need. So that's about half of a red onion. So I'm just going to finish cutting up these. I like to keep my mushrooms big. Remember, they're very high in moisture, so they're going to cook down a good bit, probably about to a quarter of their original size. Mushrooms are actually really high in umami flavors, so they have a lot of that natural kind of MSG type note without having the MSG. A lot of people these days are incorporating mushrooms into their vegetarian burgers because you get a lot of nutritive value and that umami note from them. And I already did sharpen my knife, which helps. So in a minute, I'm going to go ahead and throw some butter in the pan and I'll start sauteing. I'm going to grab a couple cloves of garlic out of the fridge.
What a pig. He's hiding. You've been busted. You have been busted. Oink, 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 oink. Is that a pig I see? Oh my God. There go another pig. Oink, 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 oink.
They're waiting.
Two little pigs.
They're waiting for Mama to drop something.
Oh boy.
I like big portobello mushrooms. I like to take my, I grill them out on the grill and then stuff them with that crab meat that I made. Those are really good in the summertime. And good for you. So I'm just going to chop these up. Stem out.
How everybody doing today?
Hey everybody.
We're in the kitchen with Chef Robin Lewis and the pigs. Oh boy. How you doing, Lori? Wanda?
Hey, Lori.
Brianna?
Uh-oh, I don't have a drink tonight where I can sip to everybody that comes on.
You're going to have to get that a little later. You're going to have to get that, baby. Mm-hmm.
Well, I could pour a glass of this port wine, which will be good to sip on.
Okay, let's get to sipping then.
Well, how about you get our little porto glasses, and I will throw some butter. This is going to be about half of a stick I'm going to put in here. And I'm going to get that melted. And actually, I've almost over melted or reduced my, this is my balsamic vinegar. So it's balsamic vinegar, and basically you just cook it down to about a third. And I'm going to add a little bit of agave nectar to this. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping on you, to add some natural sweetness to it. Because you don't want to be so acidic and tart. So I just want to finish reducing this so it's cold enough to drizzle on the salad that I'm going to make later. So let me just grab a spoon here. Make sure that the sweetness is good. But it's kind of like a nice texture here from reducing that down. I actually like mine a little bit sweet, so I'm probably going to add about another tablespoon of agave to that. You can also add honey. Agave is good because it doesn't increase your glycemic index, like adding straight sugar to it. But honey is good. Just that light agave is a little less flavorful. You can actually, in something like this, use one of the darker agaves. It has a more roasted flavor. If you were doing a custard or something, it wouldn't be applicable because the flavor is too strong. But the light agave is, but the dark agave can be used in something like this because the balsamic is a very strong flavor. So see how pretty that is? So I'm going to take that off the heat and
you're gonna jam Pony Express.
I'm actually gonna chill it in the fridge.
Hey, old pig, old pig, old pig. What are you doing, Piggy Wiggy?
Okay. So we have this melted. So I'm gonna add my onions in here.
The chef is working.
Yeah, I got.
Handle that, chef.
I got some new pans for Christmas. I'm really happy with. Let me grab my garlic.
How you doing, Kristen?
Hey, Kristen. So I'm just gonna chop this up real quick. Okay, so that's about 3 cloves of garlic. We're gonna add in handy dandy wooden spoon. My favorite. So we're gonna saute that up. It seems like a lot of butter, but it won't be once you add the flour to it. Okay. So now we're going to start to add the mushrooms in. Stems here. This is probably about 2 pounds of mushrooms. Like I said, it looks like a lot, but it's really going to cook down, and you want to have enough solids in your soup. And the mushrooms, you know, they're kind of pricey, but it's well worth it. So right now, I'm going to throw in a couple sprigs of this thyme in here as we saute that. Beautiful thing. I'm going to turn this light on up here so you can see a little better. Okay, so we have some. Now let me show you the secret to kind of de-stemming the parsley. So the best way to take this and not have to worry about all the stems is you take your chef knife or this knife and you grate it like that, and you just kind of push that knife like that against it, and then you can get most of this out with hardly any stem at all. See, and you can do that's so fragrant. You can do cilantro the same way, so that makes it really easy to chop. So when you're chopping, you always want to do this rocking motion like this. And literally in just a few seconds, you can have that all finely chopped. Okay, so now that's ready to go, and let's check on our mushrooms. Turn this up just a little bit. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to add a little bit more time. So I like to season this with, again, the tri-pepper blend. I tend to like the coarser grinds. Probably about at least a good teaspoon. And I'm going to add a little bit of Lowry seasoned salt. We're going to let these get pretty, have some roast on them. You want to cook down the all the moisture out of them and really concentrate the flavor. So you can see all that liquid coming out, but you can smell the garlic, the onions, the mushroom flavor, the thyme. I'm going to run and get my basil plant because I forgot to get that.
What's up, Vic? How you doing, cuz? What's going on with you, Vic? My beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cousin. How the kids? Vic on there.
Yes, Vic.
They go to pigs. Hoping somebody drops some. Look at that one right there. You know what I'm talking about, you don't you? You know that, right? Who I'm talking to? Who I'm talking to? I'm talking to you? I'm talking to you? Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Okay, so the next step of this will be, once this is reduced down, will be to add the flour to make the roux with the butter that's been added in here. But we're still kind of just cooking the mushrooms down. You don't want them to be large and chewy. That's why it's okay to cut them a little larger, because we are just going to put them down. Concentrate those flavors. So the next thing that'll be added is I actually have some Campbell's beef consomme, which is a really reduced beef stock, basically, and it's clarified. Normally, when you do it in a culinary or in a restaurant, you would drop an egg white in, and it pulls up all the impurities out of it, and then you strain it through some really fine cheesecloth or mesh to make it very clear. And so we are going to add that. You could use chicken if you like. I like the depth of flavor of the beef. The mushrooms are very savory, especially the shiitakes, portobellos. It's a very heavy flavor, so it can bear the beef stock, the heaviness of that. But if you wanted a lighter flavor, you could use a chicken stock. But I'd really like for you to try this and then, you know, kind of write back and tell me what you think.
What is it that you're making?
This is going to be kind of a traditional French cream of mushroom soup with a tawny port wine added to it. Oh, we are supposed to be getting little glasses of that. I have a really pretty little crystal glass here. And here's one for the faithful cameraman. There you go, honey.
Thank you.
Cheers, ladies, and everyone watching. Nice and sweet. So now you can start to see this liquid is drying out. So this part of it you don't want to rush. This is where you get the flavor development. So it's still not starting to brown yet, so we're still good. Starting to see a little bit of browning on there. That's good. These portobellos have a very hearty texture, like steak. It's not fragile at all.
And the French Bulldog got a new toy. So we're going to get to watch him open his new toy.
Yes, it's actually called Wobble Wag Giggle. Compliments of my daughter and her fiance. So I'm sure that's going to give us lots of hours of listening pleasure. He loves balls. Balls, bones, balloons. Balloons are probably getting him the most hyper. I wish you guys can smell this because it's just awesome. Now, you could even stop here if you wanted to. I add a little bit of salt, maybe a little bit of red wine, or definitely the port, and use it as a side dish to accompany your steak. Yes. The other thing you could do, if you wanted, it would be to add some bell peppers to this saute. You could actually add asparagus to it. You could add spinach, and it would be divine. Finish it with a little bit of cream. Yum. I'm loving my new pans. They're amazing. They cook very evenly. These are Capel hard anodized pans. I made some scrambled eggs with them over the weekend. Loved how they turned out. Because I wear pans out. Because I cook so much all the time. So these are starting to cook down pretty nicely. I still want to go a little bit more. So for those of you who have joined, I'm making a traditional French cream of mushroom soup. It is not low calorie by any means, but if you're going to indulge, this is something to indulge. Again, if you just eat a small cup of it, that will be good. And if you're lactose intolerant, you could be able to use those new products that are out that have that milk protein removed, so you can still enjoy it. These are starting to darken up just a little bit. Good for you. See, it's starting to brown up a little bit. Starting to get a little caramelization on there. It's actually called a Maillard reaction. It's the sugars with the heat. Typically, you need to be about 248 degrees for the Maillard reaction to happen. It happens in baking, roasting, any kind of dry heat method, cooking.
Hi, Elizabeth, Melissa, Patricia, Lucia. Hi, Misty.
Hi, ladies, for joining in. So I'm actually going to take just a little bit of scoop of this out. What I like to do is just decorate the bowl with it. So I'm just going to take, just pick a few small pieces here. Just do that, and that will decorate the soups later when we plate them. Okay, so now we're ready to add the flour in to make our roux. Turn this down just a little bit. You want to sprinkle this in. There's enough fat still in here from the butter that I started with. So basically, we just want to kind of round this flour. Oh, trying to escape. So we just want to cook that. We don't want to make a brown roux. This is just going to be a blonde roux. We're just trying to cook out this flour a little bit, get it with the butter. And this will act as a natural thickening agent versus adding starch to it to thicken it. Okay, so I'm going to add some of my port wine, probably about a half a cup, and it's going to start to thicken right away. And once you do that, boy, the smell is just incredible. You can do that, bring those aromas to you. It'll add just kind of a little pink tinge to it. And now we're going to add our consommé. And you can see how viscous this already is because it's reduced. So it's very, very concentrated. So now all this flour is gonna, roux is gonna naturally thicken this up really nicely. So we're gonna let this kind of come together and simmer for a second. Because because once you add the creams, you really don't want it to boil. You don't want to separate that out. I am going to add a little bit of salt at this point, probably about a teaspoon. The port wine is actually very sweet, but it gives a really nice contrast to the savoriness of the mushrooms. Turn this down just a little. So in here I have 2 full cups of half and half. A lot of that in here, and then I'm just going to thin it with a little bit of 2% milk. Starting to look like a cream soup.
Bless you.
So this is still pretty viscous at this point. But you see that brownness from the roux and the port wine starting to come out, so it doesn't look vibrant white. Uh-oh.
We have a crybaby.
We have a crybaby. He's wanting some soup. And you can already see how beautiful this texture is. I'm just going to add maybe about a cup of milk to it.
Bless you. You want it to be thick enough that all the mushrooms don't go to the bottom of the soup when you serve it. This looks like a pretty good texture. So I added about a half a cup. So before I finish it with the chives and the parsley, I'm just going to taste it, make sure my wine level is good, make sure I'm happy with my salt level. I like to be able to taste the port wine. I love pepper, so I'm going to add a little bit more pepper. Now, you can use white pepper ground if you didn't want it to be seen. I'm not afraid for it to be seen. And add a little bit more salt. This is a pretty big pot. And just a little more splash of Now, the other green items you kind of want to add last. They're called finishing ingredients. You don't want them to cook and be brown. So I'm going to add my 3 or 4 tablespoons of
parsley, and my chives I'm going to leave a little back for garnishing. This also is an excellent topping if you wanted to make some grilled chicken. Maybe serve it with some rice risotto to pour over it. It's just a really great, can be used as a sauce as well. Okay, so we're just going to let that cook on low heat just for a few minutes to come together. And
And he's crybaby. He's crybaby. He's crybaby. He's a crybaby. He's a crybaby. He's a crybaby. Why your brother over there crying, man? What are you crying for? Okay, you want to cry again?
okay, so now we're going to move on to the, put that aside to my caprese. Got another cutting board. Okay, and let me grab my this is my balsamic vinegar reduction. It's beautiful. It has a really nice viscosity. So I've taken some Modena balsamic vinegar and reduced it by about 2/3 and added about 2 tablespoons of agave nectar to kind of sweeten it. So let me get out and so this caprese salad is an Italian salad. It's made with vine-ripened tomatoes. You can use beefsteak tomatoes. These are some organic vine-ripened tomatoes. And you want to pick ones that are of similar size for the salad. And this is some already pre-sliced buffalo mozzarella, but it's a pretty good quality. Sometimes I make it with the pearls with the different colored heirloom tomatoes, which are beautiful. You normally get them at Whole Foods and most of your specialty markets. And so what we're going to do, I have that, and then I have my fresh basil plant here. I'm going to show it to you a couple different ways, different plating ideas that you can do. Those are good, so I'm just going to wash these really quick. Put them on a paper towel to dry. And then I'm going to take some and finally chop it. And it's actually called chiffonade. And I'll show you what that looks like. And dry this as well. You don't want it to be wet. It doesn't cut well when it's wet. We definitely want that to be dry. Okay, so chiffonade is just a very, very thin sliced. You need a really sharp knife. And it almost looks like hair. It's very, very fine. So take your time, practice a little bit. See, but that's what it looks like. It's very, very fine, like this. These really fine little hair-like strands. Okay. So, a lot of people arrange it on the plate with a slice of tomato, a slice of cheese, and a way that I've done it with some of the large.
Mariah.
Hey, Mariah. Oh,
Lanika.
look at this. So this is our finished tawny port cream of mushroom soup. And we have a French Bulldog, Jean-Pierre, who wants some.
He's a crybaby. Boy, do he know how to cry.
Okay. So, we can either pour a bowl of that now if you like, or we can wait till when the salad's done. But one way I present it is to actually hollow out a tomato, and I put the pearls of mozzarella in there with basil and the reduced balsamic vinegar and olive oil, and then people can kind of cut it and eat it, and it's a really pretty plate presentation, and you can garnish it with you know, other things. If you had some seafood, you wanted to put it with some shrimp or something like that, like as a cold cocktail, or crab claws. It's really beautiful. What I'm gonna do, I'll kind of do it two ways. I'm gonna slice this, and we're kind of gonna make like a stack out of it, which just ends up being really pretty. So let me grab these. This is great. These are already pre-sliced for you. That's kind of the easy way. But I do like the fresh balls packed in water. But what I'm going to do here is actually stack this like this. And so I'm going to salt and pepper everything because I like it. Well, the salt really brings out the flavor in the tomato. And I kind of like this peppery look on the plate. So then I'm going to take a slice of cheese. And, well, again, I have to salt and pepper it. It's a little laborious, but it's really worth it in the end. You want to get kind of the flavor at each level. So normally I have this in a little squirt bottle, but you're going to take it, kind of do a drizzle like that. Well, and I'm going to do a little drizzle of this balsamic vinegar. And normally you want to put these in a bottle too, like that. And then lay a leaf on, like that. and then you recreate it and do it again. So we're going to do that. Salt it, or you can, you know, salt each layer like this if you want. Okay, and then pepper it. And then we're gonna pepper that. Put down our, I'm gonna pick a slightly smaller piece of cheese here, like that. And grab my salt and pepper again for the cheese part. I'll kind of do like 3 layers. Add my little drizzle of oil. And a little bit of this balsamic vinegar. So this was again a reduction of it. And we're going to add this basil leaf to it. Like that. And then go one more time. I'm going to pick this one. And slice of cheese on it. Because we've already salted that. And so now we just have to pepper that. Salt the cheese. And top that with a little more oil. I like the lighter oils versus the really extra virgin oils. That. And
Tina Blacks and what we're making.
This is a
Rhonda.
This is a caprese salad stack, like a kind of like a timbale. And you can, you know, probably then just top it like with a quarter wedge. Let's see, get that all together. Maybe something like that. Ta-da! And that's really pretty. You know, that way I think is a really pretty presentation. You can do the traditional where you lay out like a circular plate of tomatoes and layer the cheese on it and put it on. You can also top it instead of with an individual leaf with this basil that's chopped chiffonade like that. And that kind of gives it a little different appearance too. So there's the caprese salad. And we're ready to make us a bowl of soup. Here's what this looks like now that it's all kind of come together. It's a little thick and viscosity, so I'm just going to thin it just a little bit with a little milk, just so I get the texture that I want. Go. Like I said, this is beautiful over like a grilled chicken, and you can serve it with rice or some other quinoa or polenta, or a flavorful risotto, in addition to it just being served as a soup. So what we're going to do, pull out this bowl here. And grab a ladle of this. And I held back a little bit of the mushrooms to act as a garnish. And put this right here. And we saved back a couple fresh thyme sprigs, and let me grab a fork. We're just going to add some of these fresh or sauteed mushrooms right on top like that. And we're going to add our little thyme sprigs here. And I have some chives that I'm going to place just like that. And that would be bon appetit. So I shall get a couple spoons for us and a fork for the salad. Here we go. Get the seal of approval. It has the smoothest texture. It's really like velvet. Creamy, just the earthy notes and the underlying sweetness from the port wine. And some good texture from the mushrooms. One more spoon for you. Okay, now we're just going to cut this. And this way you get tomato, basil, cheese, and then the oil in every bite. Tomato for you. This was one of the first dishes I made for Antonio when we met. So it's kind of special to me. So and this is just a real easy, presentation to do. So.
And what is this that you made?
This is a traditional Italian caprese salad. It's real popular in most menus these days. It's been out for a while. It is beefsteak or vine tomatoes with fresh buffalo mozzarella, which is a soft cheese, with a balsamic vinegar reduction and fresh basil. And this was the balsamic reduction. You take the balsamic vinegar and reduce it down to 2/3, and then I added 2 to 3 tablespoons of agave nectar to sweeten it a little bit. I really like it. I like it.
Thanks, Margaret. Margaret said it looks delicious.
Thanks, Margaret.
Thank you for calling, Margaret. We love you, Margaret. Someone say, hey guys, what we making tonight? Rhonda say,
Like I said, this is a caprese salad. It's Italian. It's very fresh. It's light. And I've taken that balsamic vinegar, reduced it down, added some agave nectar to it, chilled it to make it into this thicker, nice glaze. You can use honey if you want. I like the agave nectar because it doesn't spike up your glycemic index. And this is a port wine cream of mushroom soup that we made out of shiitake, oysters, and portobello mushrooms. And so I sauteed the mushrooms with red onion and garlic and added some fresh thyme in, added some seasoned salt, fresh pepper, sauteed it down until all the liquid was gone, added about a half a cup of tawny pork to it, reduced that down, added some beef consomme, and then 2 cups of heavy cream, or actually it's half and half, and about a cup, actually, yeah, it ended up being a whole cup of milk. And then I added about 3 tablespoons of fresh chives, 3 or 4 tablespoons of Italian parsley, and here it is in the pan over here. See, it's just a really hearty, filling soup. And we are taking requests from you guys. I know I still have 2 I need to do. Hopefully I can get them in. One of the requests was for shrimp and grits, and the other was for butter lobster. And so hopefully I can get those in real soon. And
who all got shirts? Like who out there got shirts? If anybody got any, did anybody receive their shirts?
Hopefully everybody but Amy, because I need your address, Amy, and then I can get that to you. Sorry that we missed that. We didn't connect on that address. So, would you like another bite?
Yeah, we want to thank Lisa McDonald for, wearing our shirt. We really appreciate all your support, Teresa. And we really appreciate you, Miss Margaret, for all you do.
Yep.
Thank you so much, and thank you guys for all your support. That's always appreciated.
And Cindy Spencer, and hopefully you got your shirt. And Kathy Downing, hopefully you got your shirt as well. So I don't have the list in front of me, but I sent out a bunch. Here you go, babe.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you doing? We in the kitchen with Chef Robin Lewis, and this is what she just cooked.
Two of my favorites. Yeah.
Hold up, we ain't going yet. We gotta let y'all see this. Y'all got to see our man get down first before we leave.
Yeah. He's gotten a new toy for Christmas. It's called Wobble, Wag, Giggle.
And he got that from his sister and his brother.
It sounds like it's saying oink, like a pig.
And I want to thank Mr. Dean and Miss Kathy for a great weekend. You guys are awesome. We went to the basketball game. We had an awesome time. We went to church, had lunch. It was so awesome being with you guys, and we look forward to it. Getting together again real soon. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Cheers to you guys and our friendship.
And cheers to the pigs. Hey, Kathy Lee, Lori, how you guys doing? Miss Margaret, yeah.
Margaret.
Hey, look, he got him a gift, boy. Look here. He got this from Brady.
Yeah, our future son.
Our future son-in-law, yes.
Okay.
That's our son because we know it's going to happen. So that's our son. I like Brady. He's a great guy.
So.
And I'm proud to have him as a son.
And they have a German Shepherd puppy. And they were given this gift, and they felt that John Claude would love it. And look. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, what do you have?
Look, this guy here. Look at this guy here, man.
You ready to follow? Because he's going to take off. Woo.
Look at this guy here.
Okay. Oh,
how you doing, Anita?
Come on, ready?
There you go. Let me see what he do with this. There you go. Oh.
I don't think he can get his mouth on.
Boy, he wondering what is that. That's what he wondering, like, what is this?
There you go.
Oh. Thank you, Kathy. Oh.
Oh, there's Kathy.
Hey, Miss Kathy.
We just gave you a shout out.
Thank you guys so much for an awesome time.
Yep, for coming to the basketball game, for coming to church with us, for having lunch and having us over to watch the game. And
awesome time.
We just love and appreciate you guys.
Yes, and we're glad to have you in our life. And look, what he gonna do, y'all? What he gonna do? We waiting on you, boy. You can't bite it. Boy, he's chewing away, ain't he? He's trying to get it. He can't get it. Miss Kathy says she just knew it being live. It's okay. All the way live, Miss Kathy. Yeah, look at that. He can't do it. Look at him, boy. Let's see what he goes. Oh, he got it. Oh, he got it. Oh, he gone. He gone. It's over. Look, that's his favorite spot right there, boy. Look at him. This guy here too smart for me. Well, he gonna get it. Oh. How you doing, Lord, Lisa?
I'm gonna get my phone so I can video it for
Come on, Papa. Come on, Papa. Come on, Papa.
That's great. Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you, Miss Kathy. I don't even know. He is funny too, Miss Margaret. He got it though. He don't even play. Look at him. Smartest French Bulldog you ever know in the history of French Bulldog. Look at it. Get it, baby boy. Get it. Look right there watching. Look at that.
He's just not happy because he didn't get any soup.
Look. Cry, baby. Cry, baby. You're busted. Look right there. It is fun too. Look, it is fun too, Miss Cat. Look at it.
Now he's got it against the rail, so he's kind of got it pinned.
He's smart, boy. It ain't nowhere to bite this thing, so he chewing away. Boy, he loves to chew. Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Look at him.
About 5 bones.
Look at his bone. That's him.
He chews on. He's huffing and puffing.
Boy, he got it in the corner.
Miss Kathy, did you get a chance to see the soup?
Okay. Here go the soup right here, Miss Kathy. Lisa,
Hey, Miss
how you doing, Miss Lisa?
Yep. Here's the pig in the kitchen.
There go the pig again, boy. There you go. Boy, look, that's the perfect guard dog right there. Indy, that's a pig for you. Oh my God, look at him. Oink, 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 oink. You busted. Oink, oink, oink.
Oh, let me down.
You busted, boy. Yes, you are. I know we're still sipping on that wine. We had such a great time in church today. If y'all in the Atlanta area, we want to go to church with you.
Yeah. We call it 12 Stone, our home, Hamilton Mill campus.
Right.
So, hey, Pastor Mark.
That's right. Shout out to Pastor Mark. Thank you. And Glam Life PR Pro.
And there he is, still working on the ball.
Okay, well.
All right. Well, unfortunately, I guess it's time to go. We've finished everything. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't be afraid to ask us any questions or shout out to us because we love you guys. Miss Cindy, Spencer, love you, miss you. Hopefully you can catch the next show. And and we thank Miss Margaret, we thank Teresa, we thank Miss Kathy.
And how you doing, Robert Gatewood?
Hey, Robert.
How you doing? Thank you for tuning in, Mr. Gatewood.
Yes. And this is what we made. We made
Yeah, 12 Stone. 12 Stone, yes, 12 Stone, Miss Kathy. Yes, it was great.
This is a traditional French cream of mushroom soup that we made with portobellos, shiitakes, and oyster mushrooms. It has sauteed garlic, red onions, some beef consomme,
How you
fresh
doing,
thyme,
Lucy?
Sprigs, some
Miss Hernandez.
tawny port in there, heavy cream, milk, fresh Italian parsley, and chives. And so this was the bowl that we made. I just garnished it with some of the sauteed mushrooms, a thyme sprig, and some chives. So I guess we need to find where that spoon went and finish it. For the cameraman. We appreciate you all, and I'll try to give you a better heads up of what I'm gonna make next week. And we're still taking requests, so if there's a dish that you'd like to see prepared, we'd love to make it for you. So, are you ready to sign off, Mr. Lewis?
Yeah.
All right, you want to come over here and take a picture of that, baby?
Okay, good night, everybody. We love you. Thank you for watching.
Yep, have a terrific week. Love you all.